How to build Supermicro server like a pro. Building a Supermicro server requires careful planning, attention to detail, and adherence to best practices to ensure optimal performance, reliability, and scalability. Here are some pro tips for building a Supermicro server. 1. Define requirements. Start by clearly defining your server requirements, including the intended use case, performance specifications, storage capacity, networking requirements, and budget constraints. Understanding your needs will help you select components for your build. 2. Select the right components. Choose Supermicro motherboard, processor, CPU, memory, RAM, storage drives, HDD/SSD, network interface cards, NICs, and other components based on your requirements. Ensure compatibility between components and consider factors such as CPU socket type, RAM speed, storage interface, and expansion slots. 3. Plan for scalability. Anticipate future growth and scalability requirements when selecting server components. Choose a Supermicro motherboard with sufficient expansion slots, memory capacity, and storage options to accommodate future upgrades and expansion. 4. Focus on cooling and airflow. Proper cooling is essential for maintaining optimal performance and reliability in a Supermicro server. Choose high-quality CPU coolers, case fans, and airflow management solutions to ensure adequate cooling and airflow within the server chassis. 5. Optimize cable management. Pay attention to cable management to improve airflow, reduce clutter, and simplify maintenance. Use cable ties, routing clips, and cable management accessories to organize cables and prevent airflow obstructions. 6. Verify compatibility. Before purchasing components, verify compatibility with Supermicro hardware using compatibility lists, specification sheets, and compatibility tools provided by Supermicro. Ensure that components meet Supermicro's compatibility requirements for seamless integration and optimal performance. 7. Update firmware and drivers. After assembling the server, update firmware, BIOS/UEFI, and drivers for Supermicro components, including motherboard, RAID controllers, NICs, and other peripherals. Regularly check for firmware updates and apply patches to address security vulnerabilities and improve stability. 8. Test hardware thoroughly. Before deploying the server into production, perform thorough hardware testing to validate component functionality, stability, and performance. Use diagnostic tools, stress testing utilities, and benchmarking software to identify any hardware issues or compatibility issues. 9. Implement redundancy and fault tolerance. Incorporate redundancy and fault tolerance mechanisms to minimize downtime and ensure high availability. Configure RAID arrays for data redundancy, implement dual power supplies for redundancy, and use redundant NICs for network connectivity. 10. Document configuration. Document the server configuration, including hardware specifications, firmware versions, BIOS settings, and network configurations. Maintain accurate records to facilitate troubleshooting, maintenance, and future upgrades. By following these pro tips, you can build a reliable, high-performance Supermicro server that meets your specific requirements and provides a solid foundation for your IT infrastructure.